welcome to week 6. Wow, we're already halfway through. That's a little intimidating. Time really flies. I spent most of this week reading through some of the texts that I've been finding, mostly those on Professor Jordan's website, but I also decided that I should start wading into deeper waters, so to speak, and tackle some more difficult texts that don't have the nice and convenient word lists that Professor Jordan supplies along with his texts. So I've also been looking at the stories featured on Amoshkali, which was a link that I found on William Annis's webpage. I will say I've found it actually surprisingly jarring switching between the different romanization systems, because Nahuatl has various different forms of romanization, and even though I'm familiar with most of them, it's still a little bit weird switching back and forth between one or the other, especially whether or not the romanization transcribes the glottal stop or not, which seems to be particularly tenuous. And I'm surprised how often the glottal stop is omitted, because it's actually vitally important in a lot of cases. For example, just off the top of my head, the only difference between the conjugation of the first person plural and the second person singular in verbs is whether or not the verb ends in a glottal stop. So like, you live, for example, is tinemi, and we live is tinemi, with a glottal stop at the end. And that glottal stop is the only thing that tells you that it's actually a first person plural, not a second person singular. So I'm surprised how often it's not written down. It seems pretty important to me. And all the while, as I'm reading through these various texts, I am continuing to make the flashcards and various notes, and now I can present to you, ta-da, I made this, Notlaktolamosh, my word book, and on the front, just for fun, I drew a nice little symbol of Tenochtitlan. That's the cactus on top of the stone that gives Tenochtitlan its name. Tetl means stone, and Nochtin is cactus, so it's like the cactus on the stone. And I'm using that just as a general purpose notebook and to transcribe some of my own stuff, and hopefully in the weeks to come start actually doing some of my own writings. So I wanted to do something special for the 6-week mark, a sort of half-time show, as it were. I was thinking maybe I could say something, but I don't think my speaking skills are good enough yet for me to compose something on the fly, so I thought I'd read for you a passage from one of the stories that I've been reading. Koyotl iwan tekwani misli. Sentetl koyotl ayakakkan okitaka in tekwani misli. Auch sepa amo in emachpan okinamik in tekwani misli, senka omomauhti in koyotl wel sotlawak. Auch inik oppa kinamik masiwi momauhti aukmo senka ichkich. Auch inik ishpan okinamik yakine mochikao wel itlan on mikwani. Iwan okinots. I know there are many subtleties of pronunciation that I completely missed there, but that's what I've got so far, and I'm going to keep working on it, so I will see you next time for week 7. Thanks very much for watching.